Whew. Good to go. So, about 3 minutes, we will get started. And we will finish things up on this game today. Hey Yugman, how's it going? You are just in time. We are about to get started in about 1 minute. And depending on how difficult the final boss is, this may be a normal size stream, a shorter stream, a longer stream, but I'm pretty sure we're pretty close at this point, so we'll see how it goes. I'd like to believe we're stacked to the ceiling with all the crazy stats and fancy sword that I got last time, but I could be wrong. But we'll find out. Okay, my clock says 4:30. Let's get this all thing started. Get ready to finish this. I gotta tell you, Furiona V's probably wondering where the hell we're at this point.
I do not think my eyes have seen a more beautiful place.
Well, it won't be beautiful for long, Jenna, not unless we go and finish the job. And like I said, Furiona V's probably wondering where we were at, because we were so close yesterday that we were almost there, and then we decided, you know what, let's save the final battle for its own thing. I figure that might be better, especially after my PTSD from fighting the final boss in the sequel. I know that things can get a little hairy around here. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Champions of Norrath, the stream edition, probably the finale today, because last time we made it to the Fortress of Hate after falling into the Plane of Air, and found out that we can rescue Furiona V, who has been contacting us throughout the game. We just need to go to the Cauldron of Souls, which is where we're going to be headed next, after I appreciate my lightning swing speed sword again. This thing's ridiculous, man. Like I said, Inaruk's going to get rocked today. But first, we have to go to the Cauldron of Souls and see if we're just going to fight him straight away there, or if we're going to rescue Furiona first. Natazla made it sound like we're going to rescue her and bring her back here before we go confront Inaruk. based on what she was saying. So, just make sure we're all good to go. Hey, Conker, how's it going? Ready for the finale? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I am as ready as I'll ever be. I think I am, anyway. Yeah, I'm ready as I'll ever be because I've got everything that I should need. Our stats are stacked to the ceiling, and we should be pretty good. We're in pretty good shape with all this stuff. We've got 65% extra damage on our bow, 40% chance of using crit, and it has a 25-second thing. We have so much carry weight, it's ridiculous, and we have 40% extra mana regen, not to mention the health regen we have, although I don't know how much that will actually help us. When the final boss is most likely just going to want to murder us anyway, and the health regen probably won't help as much. I could go get more stats, but I think we'll be fine. So let's head to the Cauldron of Hate, and head directly inside the Cauldron of Souls, or is it the Cauldron of Hate? Well, the portal says Cauldron of Hate, but the one that's past the barrier of hatred there, that's where we're going. That's the point. Let's see if we can't rescue Furiona. Gonna be reheating leftovers from yesterday a bit. Alright, sounds good, Conker. I don't anticipate this stream being a very long one. Like I said, I said it a little earlier, I'm not sure if you were here at the time, but I think we're very close to the end, so don't imagine it will take too long. Into the lair of Inaruk. Well, okay. Nothing else for it. I've jumped down enough holes already, but what's one more, right? Here we go. Let's see what waits for us at the bottom of hole number 2. Hopefully not that lava from yesterday, because that would not be good. Uh-huh. Well, this place isn't creepy at all. Ah, I've found you at last.
Thank Tanara, you have arrived. Free me, and I can help you end Inaruk's mad scheme.
Okay.
You see the seals? Break them, and I will be free.
Which seals?
Hurry, there isn't much time.
You were a fool to come here.
Uh-oh.
I will teach you what it means to suffer. You shall trouble me no longer. Die.
Ah, this could be a problem. Is that him over there? 5 seals remaining. Oh, so the seals are these big head things. Okay. Well, that was quick. Okay. Okay, so we got to break all 5 of the seals then, and she's right here. Got it. Keep that in mind. I don't know where Inaruk is, but I don't think we want to be anywhere near him right now. I mean, I could try fighting him, but I don't know if it'll go too well for us. So, might have to in a moment, because we're coming closer to him. Yeah, there he is. So can I fight him now? Ow. That's debatable. That's debatable.
Hurry, come with me.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Do you see the seals? No. Pretty much, yeah. Hello, SB, how you doing? Not bad, that's good. Oh god. It's gonna shotgun blast me again. Where's Furiona? Is she over here? Here she is. Oh, so she's got a portal in her. Hands? Face? Absolute storage space? I'm sure it's one of the above. Well, we freed her, so that's good. But we couldn't kill Inaruk, which is kind of bad.
Thank you. Those seals in the prison were draining the last of my power. Had you not found me, I doubt I would have had the strength to contact you again.
Well, I'm glad you're out of there.
You saved me. And for that, you have my gratitude.
Oh, weren't nothing nobody else would have done, so.
But our battle is not yet won.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Inaruk's army marches on. To stop him, you will need a weapon. One forged without malice or hate.
Okay, so how do I get that weapon? I already have the Ebon Razor. What more do I need?
Spirit to hold such a weapon. To wield the planar steel, you must first purge the hatred within yourself.
The planar steel, huh? Okay. Interesting. So, where is the planar steel? Is it up here, maybe? Maybe it's in one of those dead ends that I was talking about earlier. first things first, now that we're there, let's save again. One last time, probably, before we wield the planar steel and go fight the final bosses. I don't know, though. That shotgun blast was a little sketchy. That might give me a few problems. But we'll see. Is this it? Purge yourself of hate. Okay, cool.
Now, strike down Inaruk. Don't be afraid. This steel will strengthen your arm and fortify your heart.
So is it an actual weapon, or...?
Inaruk awaits. Whoever triumphs in this battle will decide the fate of Norrath and the era to come. You are Norrath's champion, and the only one who can save us.
Man, no pressure. Oh, is it going to teleport me straight there again? Okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. That's fine. Just need to...
You are strong to have come this far. Do you think it was your faith that gave you this strength?
I mean, I think it was my skill points.
You have slaughtered legions, carving your path to me. And you lie if you deny that you took pleasure in the blood that pounded through your veins with each enemy that fell before you. It was hatred's fire that burned in your heart.
I don't know.
That makes you my disciple, no matter what god you serve.
Well, that's the thing about disciples, though, isn't it?
Pledge yourself to me.
They can always surpass the master.
Your soul is mine.
We'll see about that one. Okay, now, of course, because we can't have nice things in this world, we have one last technical difficulty. As Inaruk was speaking there, my television bugged out and the video signal broke. So give me 1 second to fix it. On your end, it's fine, but on my end, it is not. So just give me a minute. All right, what the hell's going on over here? Let's see here. That's better than it was. Wait, hold on. Wait, are we back? I think we're back. I think we're back. Yes, we're back. It's on both screens. Thank God. I was going to say, if my TV dies right now, of all the fucking times. But we are back. Okay, cool. Sorry, more technical difficulties there, but hopefully that's the last one. Oh, Twitch lag for you, so switching to PC because mobile Twitch loves lagging for you. Yeah, it's no fun. Well, hopefully when you get on your PC, you'll be able to see me kicking Inaruk's ass, so... It's a good line, the one about the disciple, that is. Yeah, he has some good lines there. I think they did a good job with his voice overall. I don't know if he has voiced lines in the sequel. But, well, anyway, nothing else for it. Let's get started. Ooh, he dropped his hammer! I don't know what that means for me, though. Gotta find out. Okay, ow. Well, if I keep using a health potion, I should be okay. Oh, he's got his hammer back. Okay. I'm gonna need a minute to... Whoa. I'm gonna need a minute, Inaruk. Why don't you drop that hammer there, son? Let me get behind this. That'll give me a clear shot. There we go. Just use a combination of our arrows and our sword. And this should go well. Drop that hammer. It doesn't look like he's gonna drop that hammer. Well, let's give him one last cold arrow then. Take this! And that. 2 last cold arrows, but whatever. It works. Man, that was a lot easier than the sequel's boss fight, final boss fight. Stick around for the finale. If something's come up. Good luck and have fun. About the disciple beating the master. Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I came up with it completely on the spot. And later, Espy. Fortunately, you didn't miss too much because, well, he went down quick. Here I was expecting to be here for an hour. Now we get to watch the credits and go home in about half an hour today. I mean, if he ever finishes melting. Taking him longer to melt than it takes Ultimecia in Final Fantasy VIII. Okay. That takes care of him. Journeyman's Stick, Valium Light Rod, Greater Mana Vial. What did I get out of that? Hold the phone. Okay, well, I got a poleaxe that I can't use. Journeyman's Stick requires level 31. It's a two-handed weapon. I don't even know if I can use that. And it gives dexterity bonus, which doesn't do jack diddly for me. Valium Light Rod. Hey, look. The Altor's set is making one last appearance before we go away. Altor's Boots of Faith right there for level 41. And, of course, we have to get one last Greater Mana Vial because we can't just go home without it, you know. Well, anyway, there's the final stats for you. Well, the strength is actually 80 because of the sword, but, you know. I'm going to use that Greater Mana Vial. I don't think I used it right there, but... Okay, that takes care of that. Victory spin. Now we just wait till we go home. Hello? Fiona, you can beam me up now. Fiona? Oh, there we go. What if this isn't the last boss? It was simple, too simple. There's item drops. Why is it the last boss suspicious, or is New Game Plus a thing? Yeah, items for New Game Plus probably, because New Game Plus is a thing. There's 2 more difficulty levels beyond this, so. Epilogue. Without Inaruk's power, the hate that had fueled his armies began to consume itself. In Fadewar, the orc and goblin hordes remembered old animosities and turned on each other, leaving them vulnerable to the armies of the elves. That's convenient. The battles that followed were short and decisive, and the strength of the enemy was broken. Elsewhere across the plains, the gods of Norrath drove the invaders back. Great barriers were formed around the planar portals, sealing them. That explains the sequel a little bit. Norrath again became a land in balance, and all was good. But what is good without hate? We'll see Vanderhost again in the sequel. He's not the main villain in the sequel, though, which is kind of a shame, considering they kind of built it up with this last scene here that he was going to be the main villain, but... That dude is creepy. Yeah, his eyeballs are bulging out of his head just a little too much to be comfortable, I think. That's true. He is a vampire, so he's I guess he's supposed to look creepy. Okay, and it boots us back to the title screen. So let's go watch the credits. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I guess the final boss fight, like I said, I was expecting it to take a lot longer because I have PTSD from the 50-minute video that it took us to beat the final boss in the sequel there. But apparently I was just too strong. All of Norrath can barely contain my power. But, I mean, we were stacked to the ceiling, like I said. I think what happened, though, on this particular playthrough was that I focused my build a lot more than I did in the playthrough that I did for Return to Arms way back in the day. I think that the focus that I had and the fact that I had access to all of the gold so I could buy any equipment I wanted and didn't have to split it with anybody made me much more overpowered than I was otherwise. So that probably helped quite a bit. But yeah, good game. I really enjoyed that. I think, honestly, I mean, like, I played the sequel to hell and back. We've played it so many times over the years, but I think I kind of like the pacing in this one a little bit more. It doesn't feel like it's like, so it's a difference between, oh, rockin' fun, you missed the final fight, oh. Well, at least it won't be a long VOD for you to check it out and see that you didn't miss too much, so you have a perfect sense of timing. Well, you know. But yeah, like I said, it won't take you too long to scroll through the VOD once this is done so you can check out the final fight. Took a second to realize he was just slowly encroaching on the screen. Sure, there's something symbolic there. Well, he's kind of... Vanderhost is the kind of sort of main villain in the sequel. He's not really the main villain. The main villain is actually not clearly defined in the sequel. It's like a combination of Vanderhost, this armored dude called Ralos Zek that you fight in the first plane and then you never see him again, but he's like the commander of the evil army. And then Kazakh Thule, which is an avatar of hatred. Actually, an avatar of fear, excuse me, that you also fight. And that's at the end of the good side. You can choose between a good and evil playthrough in the sequel. So if you fight on the good side, those are the final bosses. If you fight on the evil side, you still kill Vanderhost, which is a little weird because you'd think that he'd be like I said, they kind of built him up to be the villain here for the sequel. But then you still fight him in the sequel, even if you're evil, and then you fight Nathaniel Marr, which is like basically the equivalent of whatever champion beat this game. Barbarian warrior and stuff, basically. He's essentially a barbarian warrior. He can use similar abilities to a barbarian warrior, so. But yeah, I really like the pacing in this one. It seemed like instead of it just being like disparate levels and everything like it is in the sequel, like you'll go to a plane in the sequel, and then there'll be trials that you can do in the sequel, which will unlock bonus dungeons and stuff like that. It seems like they took the design of the bonus dungeons and stuff in the sequel, and in the first game they just sort of integrated it into the dungeons here, which made it so that every single area that you went to wasn't just, okay, well, this part you kill everything, this part you do a trial, which is like a gimmicky mechanic type of a deal that requires you to do certain things in a certain amount of time usually, and then you get a bonus out of it if you go there. It's like, I don't know, it feels like the pacing was better because they integrated every design choice that they made, every gimmick, everything like that, into the whole product. You had to do the gimmicks. It's not like you could just do them optionally. And I guess it kind of made the game feel fresh in a way. It could just be because I've played the sequel so many times that I was ready for a new coat of paint over top of the mechanical stuff in the sequel that I'm really, I know what's happening in the mechanics of this game because it's not really all that different from the sequel. So, didn't I start the stream like 20 minutes ago? Yes, I did. It did. It took like 2 minutes to beat it. So, symbolic about how easy it was to beat the boss. Right, yes. Yeah, that's true. See, and the thing is, again, that there's a New Game Plus thing to it, and then there's New Game Plus 2 after that. There's 3 difficulty levels. So probably the final boss gets more difficult as he becomes more of a sponge in terms of his HP. And admittedly, if I had let him get near me with his hammer there, he would have destroyed me. Like that, I know that hammer. I don't... It's hard to explain it because I'd have to kind of spoil like some of the bonus boss stuff from Return to Arms, but I know that hammer, and I know that usually when a boss is wielding a giant weapon like that, it means that they will hit you with it, and it will break your guard and knock you down, and then he'll just shotgun me to death, and it's like, well, that wouldn't really have worked out for us. But yeah, good game. Liked it a lot. Doesn't explain some of the things, like specifically the one thing that I'm kind of like I don't understand really is why is Natasla good in this game and then evil in the second game? Like did they brainwash her? Did they just need a person to be your vendor in the plane of fear? What's the deal there? I don't understand. But and then there's a few other things where it's like you can see where the sequel comes from. Like Babak Nern ends up opening up a shop in the Gnome Village, which is in the Pit of Ill Omen in the next game. So it makes sense. There's certain things that you'll see, like the vampire that helped us beat Vanderhost there, she ends up getting locked in a cell. And pretty much all the NPCs that you see in this game that don't die end up in the sequel in some way. But I have some misgivings about the way they handled, specifically Natasla, because it's like, okay, but she's a good person in this game. Why is she evil in the second? Like, Was she stringing us along the whole time? Because if she was, I had no idea. I couldn't read that intention out of her at all, you know? Maybe if they stuck her in the credits with Vanderhost, like, next to her or something, then it would have made a little more sense, but, like, when the epilogue was scrolling on the screen. But I'm talking shit about really nothing at all, like, at this point. I've played both of the games. I like both of them very much. If I had to pick one, I think, honestly, I would pick this one, though, over Return to Arms. I feel like this one's the more, I don't know, coherent game, I guess. It feels more like a full package, you know what I mean, when you play through that. And it's really not that long, either. I mean, probably, like, if you go through it at a decent clip, you could probably beat it in, like, 15 hours. And then, like I said, you can start a new game on newer, you know, these higher difficulties. And I mean, we have access to Courageous now that we beat it with Jenny on the Adventurous difficulty. We can just import her into the next difficulty and keep playing and playing and making her more and more powerful and everything. So, you know, it all works. It's really good. I like this game quite a bit. I have a little bit of rose-colored glasses because of the fact that I, you know, played it as a kid a lot. But, you know. So, anyway, let me see what I missed in chat. Delay is a pain in the ass. Why have you forsaken me? Lagged on PC for who the hell knows what reason, but it seems to be fine now. Of course. So the Rockin' Fun gets here after the thing is over, and for you on the PC it lags until I'm done with the final boss fight. Great. They're not the final bosses, but they're your bosses? Sort of, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. If you're on the evil side, Ralos Zek is kind of your boss. You kill Kazakh Thul, though, in the sequel, in the first plane. Like, he doesn't rise to be a commander of the army in the sequel if you're on the evil side. He's like an arena beast that is like somewhat more sentient than the arena beast that we fought here. The arena beast in this game was an overgrown lizard. He's called an avatar of fear in the arena in the sequel, but on the good side you don't go to the arena, so he ends up staying alive, and then he ends up rising in their army and everything. So it all sort of plays out. And if you're curious about anything that I'm talking about in terms of the sequel, we do have a playthrough me and my brothers played over on YouTube that I've been plugging occasionally throughout this. You can check that out. It's if you go below the stream feed there's my YouTube button panel there. You can click on that, go straight to the channel, check the playlist, and you can have a look. So definitely plan on getting this game at some point now. It's really good, man. It's really good. I definitely recommend checking it out. All of the different classes have different gimmicks to play with. Like I said at the beginning, the Barbarian Warrior is more melee specialist. I played Wood Elf Ranger, which is more of a ranged specialist. There's the Erudite Wizard, which is a magic specialist. There is the High Elf Cleric, specializes in healing, and then there's the Dark Elf Shadow Knight, which specializes in poison and disease magic, and then pet summons. All of them have these different play styles, and they're all really fun. I've played as all of them, and the ones that they add 2 new classes in the sequel. Another ranged specialist that's also good at melee attacks, so he's kind of like a hybrid between the Barbarian Warrior and the Wood Elf Ranger. And then they add a Shaman, which is like a hybrid between the Cleric and the Shadow Knight. So, and they all play really good. They all feel really good to play, and you can go as generic, or not generic, generalized as you want with the skills, or you can super specialize like I did. Like, we threw all of our points into like 4 skills, and that's, I think, why the final boss went down so easy. But, yeah, you know. But it's really good. I would recommend it, so. Saw the fight but missed some of your thoughts during the credits. Oh, okay. Well, you pretty much got the gist there. It's a really good game. I think I like it, honestly, like I said, better than the sequel. Just for the cohesiveness of the whole thing. It feels like a more complete package than the sequel, because in the sequel, the additional stuff, the gimmicky trial stuff, and then the bonus dungeons, they're all optional. You don't have to do them. So at some points, it sort of makes it feel like you're doing the same exact thing for like 30 hours of gameplay, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but it can feel stale at certain points. In this game, I don't think it felt stale through the whole playthrough, honestly. So it was really good. I liked it a lot. So what did we do to deserve this? I don't know. I don't know what you guys did to deserve it, but we always have the VOD. So that, with that being said, that's going to do it for Champions of North, the stream edition. Like I said, short stream today. And short stream on Thursday as well, because here's my plan, basically, for Thursday. And I'll probably put an update video on my channel, on my YouTube channel for this as well. I am streaming on Thursday, even though it's my setup day for the next stream that I do. What we're going to be doing on Thursday is I'm going to go to my stream suggestions list. We're going to be picking out the next set of games that I'm going to be playing. So, like, normally what I do with the games is I pick one. There's one that's... The way that the stream suggestions work now is I pick one. I pick the game that's the most popular on the list, and then I choose one game at random from the rest of the list. So I will be going over... basically, we'll be testing this out for the first time on Thursday on my setup day. So it will be a shorter stream, but I will be basically announcing in the process of doing that stream the next set of games that I'll be playing. So yeah, that's the plan for Thursday, and then Friday we'll be starting a new game. So moving right along here. So, and if you have a game on the stream suggestions list, I will make sure that I let you guys know. I'll probably send out a general announcement on the Discord server to let everybody know which game gets picked from the list. And then if your game does not get picked on the list, you can suggest it again. Just leave a suggestion again, and I'll get back to it for the next round, basically. So once we get through the 3 games that get picked on Thursday, we'll do another setup stream where I pick the games, and I can select again. So I think I might have over-explained that and made it sound more complicated than it actually is, but basically, short stream on Thursday, we'll be picking the next 3 games that we play. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there, so thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Yeah, I'm looking forward, too, to seeing which games get picked, so I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. Might do face cam again for it, just for the hell of it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But until Thursday, everybody, or whenever I see you next, I hope that you'll take care and have a good night. And Thursday, by the way, is regular time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Don't know if I mentioned that part. So, yeah, I'll see you guys then.